Welcome to a Wednesday morning, everybody. Don here, your traffic jockey in the Tri-State Traffic Show Traffic Center. Welcome to the midweeker here in this, what are we looking at? The second week, really almost third week of August. We'll do 2.5, right? We're at the midway point here on the 17th of August. Thank you so much for dialing us up here. This morning, our time now is 7:23. Apologize for getting on a little bit late. Had a little technical difficulties here with the camera. For some reason, wasn't connecting, but looks like we've got everything up and running. And also, I'm just running a little slow here this morning. But anyway, we thank you so much for tuning us in here on your Tuesday morning. Let me do this here. Oh, there we go. That's the one thing with this program, that the slider for the music, I don't have control of it here on my audio panel. Although now I think about it, maybe I could download that music into the audio board. I have to think about that one. Okay. As I just thought about it here now, mark on my head here. Shower. Everybody like the fresh cut? What do we think? The boys over at the Shave Cave in Clark, New Jersey did an awesome job. Good stuff. All right, here. Good morning, everybody. You know what I'm going to do, and I can't do it right this second. So give me 1 second. Well, you know what? We can look up. I have his business card. Let me just see. They're going to come on as well as a sponsorship here. Have a pardon me as I digress right out of the gate here, right? But this is like really old. I guess we can do that there. We'll bring it up later. All right, sorry about that. I digress already. Gosh, it's already 7:25 here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to give the co-spot. Boy, I can't see anything with these glasses. Got the wrong glasses on. Going to do the co-sponsorship here this morning, and this computer is just really acting weird. Wow. Trying to set all this up sometimes takes forever. I can't figure out why. I just need 10 minutes instead of running from one place to the next to set the I need to set the folders up. Really, that's what it is that once I put stuff in a folder, I think will make it a little bit easier for us to navigate. All right, so let's get off me, as Tom Steiner says. Okay, so I can do my thing here without it looking weird as I'm looking off camera. So good morning, everybody. So we got the co-sponsorship up of the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery and Dorley Newman, and hopefully in the next couple of days, we'll have the Shaved Cave as well coming up here as one of our half hours on the Tri-State Traffic Show. We are up live on Facebook and YouTube here this morning. A little programming note. We're only going to 8:30. It's a hard out at 8:30 because I got to get to an appointment for 10 o'clock. So I just have to gather my stuff here and get myself put back together again and head out. And again, tomorrow, there's no official show per se with the regular format. I'm still trying to work out how I can kind of take you on a little bit of ride here into North Jersey, take you along with us for the morning show. I've got a freelance reporting job tomorrow, so I have to be on site. Call time is 7:30, so I got to leave here by like 6:45 to get up to North Jersey. So just so you don't, there's no issues or anything as far as that there is no show for right now for tomorrow, but we'll see if we can get that mount for the camera in. I'm going to stop by the dollar store and see if they have anything there. Let's see here. So we got a lot of comments here. Good morning, Anna. Buenos dias. Good morning to you. Tegan Elizabeth, good morning to you, my friend. Thanks so much for joining us and looking fresh. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, those the boys over at the Shaved Cave, my boy Omar, did a real nice job. Really, really good guy, and does a real nice job with the haircut. Alexandra, good morning. Good morning from Manhattan. Luckily, my train from Rutherford wasn't affected with the delays on the Maine and Bergen line. Okay, that is good news. I feel like I'm like a little behind it all here right now. All of a sudden, we'll bring up New Jersey Transit. We'll take a look at that. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Whoa, a lot of stuff here. This computer just has a mind of its own. It's the squirrels. I don't know. Let's see here. Port Jervis rail line suspended both directions due to police activity near Middletown, New York. So that obviously is going to affect trains kind of downstream here into the Garden State. So we are looking at that police activity again near Middletown in New York State and Orange County. So yes, you are lucky you got into work on time and safely as we try to profess here on the Tri-State Traffic Show. Yeah, you may have gotten one of the first, before they suspended it, a couple of the trains that kind of came through. All right, so we have a broken down truck east of Pleasant Avenue. That's on the approach to the Lincoln, 22 eastbound, east of Roseberry Street in Lopatcong. Watch for an accident there. That's just before you come up to the Key City Diner, just as between Phillipsburg and Lopatcong. 78 local lanes east at 56 in Newark. Watch for a lane down, a building fire on 206. That's in Southampton Township. Everything is going to be closed. Let's see here. So we will go to, you know what? Let's just go to the Hudson River crossing. So we're going to look at the numbers there. It's already 7:30. Wow, I apologize for being so far behind here. Just can't get it together. Oh my gosh. Still under 15 minutes there at the Lincoln. So I get a feeling whatever that was going on has been quickly cleared. It was only 6 minutes ago. So maybe that's back on the move now. Or there just isn't a whole lot of volume out there. It's one of the two. So there's the Lincoln here. So it's really just into the tunnel. The 495 is clear. This morning, same thing at the Holland Tunnel. So you saw the numbers there. Here's the crash on the eastbound side of 78. Let's just go to the cameras because I think there is a camera there. Now the mouse is like all weird. Let's see. Just having so many problems here this morning. Oh my goodness. Put it together. So that's eastbound locals here coming into Newark this morning just before 1-9. This is out by Clinton Avenue. I really isn't seeing anything there. So, right in here, just as you cross, it's literally on the border of Newark and Hillside. And I believe that's on the local side. If I got my bearings straight. Yes. Eastbound exit 56. So look for that this morning. Let's do this. But if it wasn't going to take me 45 minutes to get to this appointment this morning, I would go on a little bit longer. But this is actually full disclosure. I'm doing a little tryout on Me TV, the channel that has all the old TV shows, I should say. They do these news cut-ins during the day from 9 a.m. until 5. So I'm doing a little tryout for that. So we'll see how that goes this morning. That's where I'm going to do that. So that could be fun. Out here. So I will keep everybody apprised of the situation. So there it is. It's actually out by the Wawa because the Key City Diner, great breakfast at the Key City Diner, nonetheless, if you're ever out here in Western Jersey, right? Oh, this mouse is it's got a mind of its own. Right in there. Boom. Very good breakfast. So again, this is by that new Wawa they built here at Roseberry Street, heading east out of Phillipsburg. So just give yourself a couple more minutes this morning. Okay, so that's that situation. You know what? Let's tackle the 206 issue here. Let's just get our bearings straight as far as where we are. There are no cameras on 206. So this is just north of Route 70, but see if 70 has a camera. Now, this is kind of this. There is no eyes through this section of the state. I'm surprised 206 doesn't have any cameras here. That's very surprising. It's a major, major road. There's nothing all the way from the AC Expressway. Okay. Let's go to the maps now. So 7:33 is our time. 55. 42, that is busy. 206, just north of 70. Whoa, I passed it. It's right in here in Southampton. So my buddy Eugene headed up to the State House. Hopefully you're on vacation today, but you're going to have a quick detour there. If you happen to be watching, send us some pictures at tristatetrafficshow@gmail.com. Send them over. We'll put them on. So again, the Parkway is clean and green from exit 0 through Atlantic City, all the way up to 195 through Monmouth County. So again, traffic is fine. It's fairly tranquil out here as far as our volume is concerned. Look at Staten Island. We are in the clear. Let's go to the city incident page here this morning. And I'm about ready to throw this mouse right out the window. So nothing being reported by City DOT. That is good news. Belt Parkway is fine. A little crowded here on the Gowanus, but what else is new, right? Getting up and onto the Prospect, or out to the Prospect, I should say, into the BQE. And then south on the BQE is heavy here at the Brooklyn Bridge. But what else is new, right? Let's take a look. Williamsburg Bridge, a little sluggish there, a little heavy here on the FDR at the Willie B. South on the BQE is heavy Queens Boulevard on over to the Williamsburg Bridge. Midtown Tunnel, we're looking at about 10 minutes or so. At Koch is about 10. The east and west sides are fine. Just on the FDR Drive going south, the RFK is a bit busy. West of the Grand Central is heavy here at LaGuardia. Both ways of the LIE is heavy here through the fairgrounds, and then also inbound Jackie is busy here this morning. Both ways of the Van Wyck at Hillside Avenue is a solid ride. East on the Bell Parkway into Sunrise Highway, a bit busy. Going west, a little heavy out to Cross Bay. The Cross Island, was fairly good. Little congestion here up towards Hempstead Turnpike and in towards Jericho Turnpike, Hillside Avenue. Kind of normal stuff to a degree. Throngs like Whitestone are awfully crowded as well. Whitestone Expressway busy up into the bridge. Westbound Cross Bronx, just normal stuff there. Both ways of the Deegan is heavy. By Yankee Stadium, Yankees tank again. They are on a free fall here. They just need a win or a couple of wins. And now they're starting to take the Mets along with them for the ride into Jamaica Bay. We'll see. This is where championships are made I always say in the middle of August, because this is what really sets you up for September. Because if you have a fairly comfortable lead in your respective division, you maybe can start resting some players up to the end of the season, getting ready for the playoffs. So we will see. Bruckner a little bit busy out by Pelham Parkway, but again, that's just kind of regular stuff. Look at Long Island. Really, it's almost like a Saturday morning out here. It's amazing the dichotomy of yesterday and today. How much of the volume has been dissipated here. West on the LIE just past 110. The shoulder is out, and then another broken out vehicle at 61. Very hard pressed to call that any traffic. A little heavy out of 57, but north on the Sandy Coast is a little bit heavier. Well, looks like it's just volume here, getting out towards Pioneer Drive. Same thing on the Wantagh Parkway out to the Northern State. LIE a little crowded here as you come in towards 39. and again in towards 44. But Sunrise Highway, rest of Suffolk is fine. The ride here into Southampton out of Hampton Bays, just stacked and packed all the way through Watermill, Bridgehampton. Once you clear East Hampton, you're good all the way out to Montauk Point. The North Fork is also going to be clear. Be very hard pressed to see anything happening here unless we have a broken down tractor or a horse or a a cow or something. So yeah, 25 Calverton, Riverhead, all going to be in good shape. Same thing along 25 up through Port Jefferson. Go to Connecticut now. Let's check in with that incident list. Come on. There we go. So we've got Route 9, New Britain, southbound 2725, left lane shut, but the delays are on the Merritt, 4235, 95, 1811, 8 through 5. So it's definitely a little bit thinner out here. I kind of like thinner, right? That was a good movie too. Joe Montana, Kari Wurr. Remember her from the old remote control days on MTV when they first started doing game shows? Late great Ken Ober as the host, with along with Colin Quinn, very funny comedian. So 95 here, Route 7. Again, it's just some minor, not minor backups, but like I said, it's a little bit thinner here this morning than certainly yesterday, and that's kind of what I've been saying. As you get further into the week, the further that the traffic thins out. Just a lot of folks are on vacation, and maybe even taking the kids out of the area to go back to college. So college is going to get started here in another 2 weeks or so. 287 New England Thruway is fine. Tappan Zee is good. The Thruway, Route 6, also moving nicely. Let's see, 17 and 84 is fine. The Thruway, that looks pretty good. 84 across the Beacon Bridge is awfully quiet. Route 9, still some fairly heavy traffic here this morning as we come into, let's see. We saw this yesterday too. I wonder if there's construction or something out by the T. Weber Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric Company. I don't know. That seems to come up on the incident pages. Taconic, everything is good there. Route 6, 684. Seems like there's a lot of traffic here this morning. Getting out towards this area, 684 and 84. So it looks like there may be an accident there. So let's go to the cameras. Again, 740 is your time, 64 degrees, and clear skies here in beautiful central New Jersey. We'll get a check of your forecast at 745. We're up on Facebook and YouTube. Again, we're going to a very hard out at 8:30 or just a couple minutes shortly before that. If it remains fairly tranquil here this morning. Let's see. Let's take a look. See. Oh, come on with this mouse. I don't get it. It just doesn't want to follow. No live camera. There's no live camera there. Wow, that's a good camera too. Let's see. 84 east, west. This is westbound 84 onto the ramp to 684 south right there. So that's where I think that crash is. It's way over here in the distance. It's a fantastic camera. Wow. Little HD action. Finally, DOT getting involved with HD cameras. This is the one that's got that has the incident. I wouldn't be surprised that they took that out. Let's see what they have. They have to be aware of it. If that camera is out, unless it just happens to be a random draw, and I don't think so. There it is, 684 southbound. That's on the shoulder. So, Taconic South at Baldwin Road. Scotty Baldwin from General Hospital, Baldwin. The charges were dropped for Tina Robinson. Hopefully it didn't spoil anybody's General Hospital watching party, but then the ABC did it again with the special report. The last 15, 20 minutes of the broadcast. I don't know what happened. Willow gets a devastating diagnosis. So yes, so that's Taconic Parkway there. It's kind of, I mean, this is the normal flow of traffic here, so a bit of a tight ride there. Not gonna lie to you there. Okay. See, it is just right in here, basically. Let's do the MTA now. Check this out. Again, throw up a comment up there. Not throw up, but post a comment, I should say, on Facebook and YouTube if you can. Tell us where you are watching us from. Canarsie bound L trains running with delays after we remove the train from service so that crew could help someone in need. Okay. Keep that under advisement. Let's take a look at Metro North now. Got 5:45 train from Wasay to Grand Central is operating 35 minutes late because of an earlier train with a mechanical issue at Southeast. And again, with our suspension here, because police activity near Middletown. Station notice, that's the track realignments. Make note of that. Let's go back to transit. Let's see if we've gotten any more updates. Nope, still there. Let's go train system. We'll kind of just show you the areas of question. So what happens here, friends, is that you're asking, well, why is this the New Jersey transit situation? They don't go into New York, but they do. It's under a contract with Metro North. So it's out here by Middletown. That's where it's suspended. So those trains west of that are not getting through this morning to make the runs down through Sloatsburg, Suffern, Tuxedo, and Harriman, and eventually out to Hoboken. So, it's pretty amazing. You could live in Port Jervis, New York. That's way out there by the tri-state area. Literally the tri-state. That's what they call it there. To Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, between Matamoros and what is that? Montague up that way, and Port Jervis. And you could take a train and you could theoretically take that all the way into New York City, albeit it's probably about a 2 to 3 hour commute. Maybe. I don't know. I don't really honestly know how long that commute is. You come down Mahwah, Ramsey, Allendale, come straight through Bergen County. The old Plauderville. And Delawana, Lyndhurst, Kings Lynn coming in towards Nutley and through Lyndhurst, Delawanas, and Clifton. And eventually it terminates there in Secaucus. Then you get on the train and go to New York Penn Station. And when did New Jersey Transit put up advertisements for BetMGM? Is the Meadowlands Rail Line now called the BetMGM Meadowlands Rail Line? Did they actually take a sponsor like MetLife Stadium to investigate that? Very interesting. Very interesting. And what's interesting also is the forecast. And I apologize, John, for not doing the first report there, but again, some technical difficulties, both operator and computer. So we'll take a look at Mr. John Rocco's forecast here for this morning. So I have clear skies here in central Jersey, but there are some clouds hanging around out there this morning. So, it's just a mixed bag, mixed reviews, if you want to call it, right? So yeah, it really just depends on where you are. Now I'm going to put back the slides here because you can see there actually are some showers that are kind of enveloping a little bit of the east end here this morning. Same thing with our friends here. Let's see. like it's backdooring. It's like it's now coming back down into the area. So it looks like it's now making its way back west. Normally our weather goes from west to east, but this is now kind of backdooring, coming around across Long Island Sound. So the Hamptons out here, Sunrise Highway 25, the north-south forks are starting to see some rain, steady rain at times. And now it's starting to make its way into New Haven, Bridgeport. I'm thinking this kind of looks like the pattern is setting up where it's going to kind of come back around here. So, it just shows you how far out Long Island is from New York City that, we're looking at this weather pattern. But, we'll keep an eye on it here for the morning. Let's go back to the slides. We'll take a look at our, our temperature gradients here into the mid 60s to almost 70 now as we get closer towards 8 a.m. Take a look at the 5 boroughs here, also into the probably closer to the upper 60s, so a little warmer. Maybe there's a little more humid feel. Like I have the fan on here in the traffic center from the window, but it just feels a little sticky out there. Not as dry as it had been over the weekend. Into the upper 60s throughout Long Island this morning, over to Hudson Valley temperatures, into the lower 60s. I wouldn't be surprised if Monticello is probably hanging at, we'll say, 58, 59 degrees with, maybe like 75% humidity. 60 degrees and 84%. So I was close. Montgomery, Orange County is at 59. So, mid 60s for Yonkers. Same thing here in southwestern Connecticut. Again, looks like we are starting to see some showers up to New Haven and Bridgeport. I'll show you the cameras here after our quick break. Let's take a look at John's forecast. Increasing clouds, some spotty showers are possible. You saw that on the radar, especially the east end and the northeastern sections of our viewing audience there up towards the New Haven area, and kind of backdooring things and coming around back across the island here this morning. So just bring a small little umbrella. I don't think it's really going to make its way into New Jersey, but there's certainly potential out there for later today to see maybe a few heavier showers at times. So kind of a mixed bag, murky day out there. I don't know how much sunglasses are going to be in order, but, take it for what it's worth. The temperature is going to be in to the low to low 80s or so. Cooler along the shoreline. You're not even going to get out of the 80s here in Cape May, Islip, and over to the south shore of Connecticut. Let's take a look at, again, just a little bit of a chance for some showers today. Our next chance not until Sunday, so maybe get the car washed tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Here's a look of your 7-day weather forecast. 85 for tomorrow, 88. So it starts to warm up a little bit for Friday and Saturday. 88 on Friday, 86 on Saturday, 87 on Sunday with a possible spotty shower chance on Monday at 84, and another chance of showers at 82 for Tuesday. So, we're just in this, we're in the kind of where we're slowly coming down the mountain off those really hot temperatures. But, 88, 86, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a 90 up there on the board sometime on Friday, or at least getting close to that. And what better time to talk about the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery anytime we talk about hot weather. Head over to beautiful historic Cranford, New Jersey. 908-272-3000 is the phone number. 22 North Avenue West, or Route 28 in your GPS. It is a state highway located in downtown Cranford, right across from the Raritan Valley line of New Jersey Transit. So Vanilla Bean Creamery, Ralph has some of the best ice cream anywhere to be found, as Anna and Justin have so very nicely patronized the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery and gets thumbs up, rave reviews across the board. Cotton candy ice cream is a favorite of Anna and her daughter. Justin liked the grasshopper, and his wife and his mother-in-law enjoyed the vanilla. So I believe that was the vanilla soft serve. But again, rave reviews across the board. My favorite is this peach mango sorbet, dairy-free, lemon sorbet, And the blood orange sorbet, absolutely fantastic as well. Again, Ralph has a little bit of something for everybody. The party cake, there's the grasshopper, black raspberry, he has the core staple 3, vanilla chocolate strawberry, and you can see all the wonderful toppings you can put onto your sundae. So yeah, it's the place to be. It's a happening spot, man. Yeah. It's definitely the place to be, right? Um, Again, 908-272-3000 is the phone number. Let's show you one more picture here of the all occasion cakes, which are absolutely fantastic. Just delicious stuff from 4 to 8 people, all the way up to 40 in that monster sheet cake, which hopefully one day I will end up seeing. So head over to the Craft for Vanilla Bean Creamery. craftforvanillabeancreamery.com is the place to be. 908-272-3000 is the phone number. Also sponsored this half hour by Travels with Darlie. You can watch her wonderful program on PBS Create, Amazon Prime, Ovation TV's Journey, and Wonderum. Also, NJ PBS is also now another destination on a regular basis at 3:30 in the afternoon. That you will be able to catch her program. Again, Darlie, just an amazing job. Her and her staff. I think Darlie probably writes most of the shows, and does a lot of research as well. But she has very talented staff of photographers and audio and research and everything else that goes into putting on a half an hour of television, which is, you just sit there and watch it for non-com TV, it's probably 26:30 or 25:30 or so. Broadcast TV is probably closer to like 22 and change, 22:30 with the commercials. But it takes a lot of work to do a TV show. There's a lot of research, like I said, a lot of writing, a lot of prep, a lot of B-roll, a lot of just a lot of logistics and getting all this done. So she's shooting her 10th season. She was in Canada. I believe she is back in New York City now. So we'll be on the lookout to see where Dar heads to next in this 10th anniversary season. She is also going to be tomorrow evening having this wonderful program from the Smithsonian Associates, smithsonianassociates.org. Head over to their website to sign up and buy tickets to Destination Cities St. Louis. It's an evening lecture on St. Louis. Darlie is the presenter, does a great job with all of her slides, does some video, also has some surprise guests. Again, Destination Cities St. Louis, it's from 7 to 8:30, and then from 8 to 8:30 is going to be a Q&A. So it's a lecture, then question and answer. It's a Zoom call. You're not going to be seen on camera. You don't have to worry about that. You're not going to be heard, so don't worry about that as well. But you just type in your comments in the chat room, and the moderators will take care of it from there. And you can ask Darlie anything you wanted to know about St. Louis. Again, that's tomorrow evening from 7 p.m. to 8:30 at smithsonianassociates.org. We thank Darlie for sponsoring the Tri-State Traffic Show. And we'll add a third new sponsor here, my boys over at the Shaved Cave here in Clark, New Jersey, on Raritan Road. And they do a nice job, do a great job. It's got a fresh cut yesterday, so we're looking all fresh for our tryout today and for our interviews tomorrow. So should be a lot of fun. But again, the Shaved Cave, they are at, let's see here, where are they? There's the phone number, 908-325-6283. Just trying to see what the address is. I didn't set this up properly. I apologize for that. But they've been around for just about 2 years now. And trying to see if I can get what the address is. Let's see. It's on Raritan Road, if you're familiar with that section. In between exits one, the kind of connects 135 to 136, right in that area by the Friendlies in Clark, if you're familiar with that location. But it's probably easier if I just actually show you on the map of where that is. Maybe just easier to do it that way. It's going to be right in here. There we go. They are right here. The Shave Cave, 1471 Raritan Road. Yahtzee. Bingo, right there. They are now one of our new sponsors for right now. We'll just give them a quick plug, and then we'll formalize some things hopefully by next week or so. But so that's that. Excuse me, hiccup. So anyway, it's now 7:58. We're going to do kind of a game reset here at the top of the hour this morning. Again, we're going exactly to 8:30. Can't pass that mark. It's a hard time out because I have to head to my little audition here for anchoring the news. Right? We're going to be Ron Burgundy. Anything they put in the prompter, Burgundy will read. So this should be interesting. It's been a while since I've sat in the anchor chair. Only did it once for New York One, but I did do a lot of testing and so forth back in the News 12 days for News 12 Connecticut. It's not gonna lie, it's a skill to be able to read stuff that somebody else has written or you have written yourself, which is probably always the optimal thing. But to go ahead and read off the prompter, but don't make it look like you're reading. So it's definitely a skill that takes a little bit of getting used to, And look, I've worked with many reporters and many anchors who honestly can't do what I do. First of all, for the traffic end of it, because, traffic is quite complicated, but the actual ad lib, the impromptu, me and James, G-Man is like one of the best in the business. Just he could carry an entire show for an hour and not have anything written, and you'd be thoroughly entertained the entire time and engaged. So, there's a lot that, G-Man, myself, who've been doing impromptu, improv basically for our entire careers. It gets tough when you need to actually write something, because you have it in your head as far as what way you want it to go. But, there's rules and formats for everything, and news has its rules and formats as well. So, I've digressed way deep into the inside baseball language. I don't know if our friends in the chat room are remotely interested in the stories. Those are those are just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, those are the good stories. I got plenty of skeletons that I could open up closet doors for many people and wouldn't like it, but I digress badly. I still want to be in this industry in some capacity, right? Oh gosh, Anna, I really missed the banter between you and James. Yeah, I miss it too. I miss the G-Man. I don't. Thank you for that, Anna. I haven't spoken to James in a couple weeks or more. I know he was taking his girls to college, so I know he's been tied up with that. But haven't actually. Last time I saw him was maybe like a month or so ago, maybe more. We had lunch and stuff, but I need to try to. I should call him just to see what's going on. But I miss working with him. It wasn't a job. We were just two bros having a good time. Really, that's just what it is. When they allowed us to do it, there was a lot of times they put the handcuffs on both of us. Because that's what they thought that the audience wanted, was to hear news about the news from Montauk Point or the news out of Southampton for Bridgewater, New Jersey, which nobody cares about. Anything happening anywhere outside the immediate Bridgewater area. You're lucky anybody cares about any kind of news outside of Somerset County, let alone all the way out in Suffolk County. But, at times we were so handcuffed, someone said they'd give him 30 seconds and me 25 seconds. It's like, what the hell can you tell anybody in 25 seconds? You can't do anything. And it just sounds rushed. The audience knows it. It's just embarrassing. That's what it is. Absolutely embarrassing. Nobody again really gets the New Jersey audience. I hate to say it. If you haven't lived here for the majority of your life, or you haven't grown up here, you weren't born and raised here, you don't understand the way things happen, the way we do stuff here in New Jersey. Now, again, some of the stuff, whether we do it right or wrong, I'm not going to get into that discussion, but there is a certain, people in New Jersey like to know about what's happening around their area. And there's, obviously newspapers are a dime a dozen, there's barely anything left. I should say it's the opposite way around. There's barely any newspapers left. Growing up as a kid, we would get 2-3 newspapers a day. There was an afternoon paper that showed up at like 4:00 in the afternoon. Go figure that, so you don't really understand what's happening locally around your area. And it's unfortunate because, people in New Jersey, as well as in Connecticut and in Long Island and New York City, whatever, everyone complains about property taxes and this and that or whatever. It's, and then when it comes to the local elections for either your council or mayor or board of ed, nobody shows up to vote. They have no idea what they're voting on. Honestly, people deserve what they get, because if they don't bother to get involved in the process, at least, I'm not saying you got to show up at council meetings or whatever, but at least know kind of what is going on. Because they control the majority of your taxes. Got a problem with property taxes, you can certainly take it up with the state, but you should really take a look at your local municipality, or the county. I mean, as I digress way, way off the rails here this morning, even more than the Maine and Bergen line for Alexandra. We've gone way, way, way off the charts here. But, but again, like I said, New Jersey viewers expect more and deserve more from their local media outlets. And I will leave it at that, because, again, like I said, I really would like to go get back on TV in some capacity, but not leave all of my fine friends here on the YouTube channel. If we can find some sort of happy medium somewhere, that would be nice. But it's a very small business, so we'll kind of keep it at that. But again, local news is, if it's done right, it can be done extremely well. But we'll see. Anyway, let's go to Route 15 now. Southbound here over by Main Street in Rockaway. A left lane is shut there. 78, again, this local lane situation is still really putting a thorn in the side here coming out of Hillside and Union. So you want to go with the express lanes instead. I think just depends on where you need to exit off at. And let's see here. What is this here? Alexander, it's definitely not the same without you on there. Thank you. Appreciate that so much. That means so much to me. Thank you. Yeah, we had we really had a good thing going, and I'll leave it at that. But maybe email the station, call the station, let them know. Let them know. The more people that call the station, and let them know that your feelings better. So, and I know they're kind of listening now in the last couple of months. Some other things that I can't get into, but have been going on behind the scenes, and I have a feeling some changes are going to be coming. But we'll see what direction they want to go. We'll see which way they want to go. East on 78 here, again, that's really the biggest issue. And again, got to be real careful here this morning with your time as you travel east on Route 78. West on 78, busy here into 24. So keep that in mind. A little busy both ways of the Parkway, out through the Bloomfield area. Both ways of 280 across the Sickle Drawbridge is heavy. West on 80 is busy out through Patterson this morning. And then we have more volume here in either direction on 80 getting out to 287. Both ways of 15 here at Route 80 also is going to be a bit crowded. And then typical delays here along 287 heading north in towards exits 1 and 2. Hillsborough, a lot of traffic here this morning along 206. I wonder if something's happened here. Yeah, I think so. Unfortunately, there's no cameras. They built that brand new bypass here. So I don't know what side. Does the bypass come up in the maps? It does. It's right here. So it's north of that, out by Duke Farms. So there is something going on. Something's going on. A little bit of tie up there, but everything Bridgewater is fine. 78, 46, 80. Everything is good there. Central part of the state, 195. Monmouth County is clear on 33 and the Garden State Parkway. Also, 29 starting to crowd up a little bit into the Trenton Tunnel here this morning. Parkway, we're moving a little slowly in Brick, but what else is new? 206 is fine. 55 coming up to 42. That also is going to be crowded. Again, kind of normal stuff, but I think there's a little bit of a holdback here on 42 again at 168. Yeah, it's just getting reports of a possible crash there because then it goes from, see, that's how you really tell. If anything goes from red straight into green, you know there's some kind of holdback. And then heavy onto out by the turnpike into west on 76 and 295, 55. Again, our normal bacchanal traffic there. Southwestern sections of the state look pretty good. Same thing over towards Cape May County. Go to the cameras here this morning. Briefly. Dr. Jones, what was once briefly, I can't even talk. Dr. Jones, what was once briefly yours is now mine. There is a Raiders of the Lost Ark Part 6 or whatever, and Harrison Ford is like 83 years old or something. I'm not sure, but it's en route. It's inbound. I don't know if I'm thinking that's maybe next year. 55 at Deptford Center Road. That's not bad. That's north heading away there. So that's all right. Let's go here to the Hudson River crossings. Then we'll jump into the city here momentarily. Again, you're watching the Tri-State Traffic Show. Join Alexandra, Anna, and Tegan Elizabeth here on the broadcast with myself. Please post up a comment, and Alexandra and Anna, our moderators, will be moderating our chat forum here this morning. And we are going to, again, a hard out at 8:30. So it's 8:30 and out here for the traffic show. And hopefully we'll get some kind of a broadcast up and running from the mobile unit. The mobile unit. Oh, gosh. If it wasn't going to rain or whatever, I'd try to take the Cadillac tomorrow. But I just haven't had any time to prep the car and whatever. But anyway, so the Lincoln is about 20, 15 at the Holland, under 10 here at the George. So we're in good shape there. Let's see, Alexander. Raiders of the Lost Ark is a classic, one of my top favorite movies. Yes, absolutely. Back in 1981. Can you believe that's 41 years old, that picture? Unbelievable. And Alexandra, being a fan of Raiders of the Lost Ark, you do know who was the original choice for Indiana Jones, correct? Post that up in the comments. I'm sure you know. I'm sure the whole world knows, but I'm sure you do know. All right, so we're going to the city now. Let's see what's cooking here. It would have changed both actors' careers indefinitely, I believe, if things took place the way I guess they originally wanted, you know. But save that towards the end. So I'll tell you who before we sign off here this morning. So eastbound on the express. Whoa. Heavy yet again. Out to, yes, Alexandra. She got it. She got it. Yeah, there's the applause. Yes. Tommy Selleck. Yep. And I think actually, I don't know, maybe on YouTube somewhere, I thought that there was the actual screen test that they did with Tom Selleck, and Selleck was, I think the screen test was really that opening scene with the boulder where it comes rolling towards him. I think that is part of that whole opening sequence is what the screen test was, or the either the screen test or I think it was the screen test. I don't think Selleck actually signed on because he was still under contract from uh, Universal to do Magnum. So he had just started Magnum the year before and was unable to get out of the contract for Raiders. So imagine that if he was Indiana Jones, would there be a Blue Bloods? I don't know. I'm sure Harrison Ford would have gone on to enormous success, even if he didn't have Raiders of the Lost Ark, no question about it. But, obviously with the Star Wars franchise, certainly put him in stratosphere territory. But Indiana Jones also, got him away from the sci-fi end of things and more the adventure, which then obviously rolled him into an huge, enormous career. With Air Force One. Actually, we just heard that Wolfgang Peterson, the director of that picture, just passed away yesterday at 81. As the president there on Air Force One, great movie. East on the Belt Parkway is a bit heavy here, heading east of the Verrazano. I can't remember what his last name was in that picture. I was president. Oh, Mitchell. I don't know if Alexander Anna Teagan, if you happen to be able to tell me. I feel like it's on the tip of my tongue. I don't think it was Mitchell though. President Bartlett was West Wing, but Gowanus here, a little bit thinner than, when we usually see it here up to the Prospect. It's really across the top of the world into the BQE is heavy both ways out to the Brooklyn Bridge. The Battery Tunnel is about 10 minutes. Just normal stuff here along the BQE south of the LIE. Midtown Tunnel about 15, about 10 or so at the Queensboro Bridge. Certainly Midtown Tunnel is a lot easier this morning than, what I'm just stammering all over the place. Much better than it was yesterday, I should say, at this time, which was like 45 plus minutes with that broken down vehicle. East side, heavy here on the FDR at the RFK Triborough. West on the LIE is heavy here through the fairgrounds, and inbound Jackie here at the Grand Central is heavy. Both ways of the Van Wyck at Hillside Avenue is busy. West on the Bell Parkway. You little keyboard for telling me you're disconnected. West on the Belt at Kennedy, that's heavy. East on the LIE is busy here out through the Clearview. Typical Whitestone really looks good. Wow, that cleaned up really nicely. Throgsneck into Queens is busy. West on the Cross Bronx is crowded here over by the Bronx River Parkway. Again, look at the Bronx. Really, I just heard something on the roof. Oh, I hope the squirrel isn't back. Maybe just the wind. I hope so. Because if that squirrel gets in this attic after all that work they did, he honestly deserves to get in. I'll set him up with a fireplace and a kitchen upstairs. I don't know. The Deegan here at Willis Avenue, that's a bit crowded, and the Bruckner is busy here over by Pelham Parkway. Let's go out to Long Island now. Let's see what we got cooking here. I mean, you definitely know it's much thinner because this is the only delay that I'm seeing here on the southern both ways at 135. West on the LIE, looks like we have a crash there before 39. So let's go here this morning. So let's go to the cameras. Check that out in real time. Wow, it's 8:16 already. Where did this go? Oh, boy. All right, so we're going to retire New Jersey, New York City for the morning. Again, we've got only 14 minutes left here, and we want to do this right. So something is absolutely going on here. There it is, 40:39. Let's see if the camera... let's go to the videotape, as Warner Wolf said. So there's definitely something. There was definitely something going on just before Glen Cove Road. So that's looking west, heading away. But then obviously, as you see it here, Powell's Lane, you can see we're at an absolute standstill. So let's see here now. HOV lane is fine. If I had to take a guess, either the left or the center lane is out. The right lane seems to be moving a little bit better. So that's where I would say west on the expressway. I would say right in here, before the northern state, before 39. I would say at least the left lane is shut, just by looking at the way the volume is stacking up there this morning. We'll finish the traffic off, and then we'll wrap up with the weather and quick sponsorship there. West on the LI here at Vets Highway is busy. Sunrise Highway is fine. Again, out to the Hamptons, just our normal mess of traffic through Southampton, Watermill, Bridgehampton, East Hampton this morning. Go to Connecticut now. Bridgeport, Fairfield, Westport, very, very thin here. Just from 15 down through about 7. And then the Merritt going south of about exit 40, 39, 38. That's about it, friends. There is just not much happening here this morning through the Hudson Valley. We're clean and green all across the board. North on the Hutch, a little busy at North Street. You know, Thruway is fine across the Tappan Zee Bridge. 202 Thruway, Route 6. 84 is fine. 84 in Beacon is good. Even 84 looks like our crash here on 684 South has been cleared, but still a little sluggish west on 84 out of the Connecticut line. Crompond Road. Conic here. Looks like we got some issues as well going south of 202, so be mindful of that out by FDR State Park. Yorktown Heights, so be mindful of that. You know, let's just check the Hudson Valley incident page, shall we? Let's do this. Yeah, here it is, right here. They're saying the shoulder, but I think something may also be out. Everything's on the shoulders here, except for this one here, south. It's on the ramp at Baldwin Road, Scotty Baldwin, onto Baldwin Road there. Let's see, friends. You know what? Let's do this. Talk about the weather. Sure, we got 10 minutes left. So we've done, let's go quickly get back here. The update on transit, because then we're gonna wrap up here, because I have a tendency to just muse on and go, but I really at 8:30 is the out time. So again, with this police activity is still suspended both ways on the Port Jervis line out of Middletown. So that is going to affect Maine and Bergen service. So give yourself probably at least another half an hour there. Let's check in with our friends over at Path here this morning. We'll check out the vibe there. Newark World Trade again. Newark to World Trade resuming normal service. Resolved the early mechanical problem at Newark. So watch for that. We go to the MTA now. Check in here. Let's wait for the subway list to populate. That will give you the freshest numbers at the HRC. Under 10 at the George, 22 at the Lincoln, and about 15 at the Holland Tunnel. So we'll say good morning to you for now. Got some delays here. Running into delays. I had to remove the train. Had to break back through 30th Avenue. Okay. Let's go to the rails now. Still have delays on the Wassaic line. 25 minutes with an earlier train. Mechanical issues in your southeast. So it's inbound to the city. Port Jervis is still suspended. All right. All right. So let's go back to the stream now. And we will talk to you about our weather. So kind of just depends really where you are. You know, out to the east end, we're certainly seeing some light showers. Same thing in Connecticut. Oh, that's what I wanted to do was, let's just do this very, very briefly. Briefly, Dr. Jones. Dr. Jones, how are you? Let's see. Further up the line is where we're seeing some of those showers this morning. Come on. Yeah, it's really up towards the West Haven area. You can kind of get, well, you could if I actually put the cameras on screen. Um, like across the Q Bridge and so forth. That's where we're starting to see some wet conditions. Just some light spotty drizzle. So we'll keep that in mind. Fact is, we'll just quickly show you the enhanced radar from National Weather Service. Radar in motion now. So it's really, they've learned from one of the best, the two G men, Jimmy G and Justin G. Been following them for 20 years in my career. So, it's just a little bit of light sprinkles here coming in towards New Haven and Bridgeport, and same thing out to the Hamptons, but it's kind of backdooring, kind of coming around. Now starting to see some more lighter showers materializing through Newburgh again into Newburgh and Beacon, and even onto the thruway as well on 84. So this could get a little soggy here. We'll see how this pattern envelops. I got a feeling it's going to come back around here into the city and in towards North Jersey within the next 2 hours or so. So just kind of keep that in mind. So let's take a look at our temperature gradients now from our good friend and esteemed colleague, Mr. John Rocco out of Rutgers University. So temps are getting closer towards the upper 60s to almost 70 degrees here in the Garden State. Same thing into the 5 boroughs as well. About 68 to 70 is the gradient there. We'll take a look at our Long Island page, looking at, between 65 and 70 or so, depending on where you are. Again, the East End, maybe a little bit cooler with the clouds and some of those light showers. Hudson Valley now looking at temps into the lower 60s. Again, up towards Middletown, Monroe, Poughkeepsie. Just watch for that backdoor rain to kind of come back around now in the next hour or two by about 10 o'clock or so. So you might start to see some soggy conditions in 84, the thruway. Route 6 this morning. Same thing in southwestern Connecticut as the rain slowly starts to light rain, the very drizzly rain, light rain, as James calls me, drizzle, coming down in towards Bridgeport and eventually in towards the Stamford area. So let's go to John's forecast again. Increasing clouds as we're seeing. Spotty showers certainly possible, holding back the temps into the lower 80s, upper 70s in Cape May along the shoreline. I'm sure it's going to be kind of a cooler breeze out there into the probably lower to mid 70s if it gets that out towards Island Beach State Park in New Jersey, Long Beach Island, Fire Island, out to Long Beach, the boardwalk there out on Long Island. So, you maybe want like the little windbreaker or something. We'll talk to you about, again, after we get through today, Thursday, Friday, Saturday looks good. Next shot at maybe some rain is on Sunday going in towards Monday. Here's your exclusive 7-day weather forecast for the Tri-State Traffic Show. So Thursday, 85 starts to warm up at 88 for Friday, 86 for Saturday, 87 a spotty shower is possible for Sunday, 84 another shower shot at for Monday, and 82 another chance. So maybe getting into towards a little wetter portion, getting now into the back end of summer. We definitely need the rain, as John has said. So we'll see how those showers materialize for Monday and Tuesday. So we thank John for the forecast here this morning. We'll see Johnny probably Friday's broadcast. We're not going to have weather tomorrow because I will be on the road tomorrow. So we'll see Johnny back on Friday. So have a good little PTO, Johnny. And we'll talk to you on Friday, pal. Thanks. This half hour is sponsored by Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, 908-272-3000 and 22 North Avenue West is Ralph's address there in beautiful historic Cranford, New Jersey for some of the best ice cream in the land. Head to his website, CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com for more information. Also sponsored by Travels with Darley, darley-newman.com. Find her program on Amazon Prime. PBS Create, NJPBS, Wondrum and Ovation TV's journey. And please do not forget to check out her program here tomorrow evening, August 18th. That's tomorrow, Thursday, 7 p.m. to 8:30, Destination City, St. Louis. It's an evening lecture for an hour and then a Q&A after that. Please go to smithsonianassociates.org and get your tickets there. Very, very informative. I'm sure you will thoroughly enjoy Darley's lecture. Always puts together a fantastic program there for Destination Cities and her friends over the Smithsonian Associates. All right, so let's see if we can hit the post, as they say in radio, right? We're at 8:27. I think we're going to wrap things up here this morning. Thank you so much for joining us here in this kind of shortened episode of the Tri-State Traffic Show. We thank Alexandra, Anna, Tegan, Elizabeth for joining us here on the midweeker on the Wednesday broadcast. Remember, tomorrow we're not going to have a show. We'll see if we can get things up and running in the car for a little on the road, so to say, right? So we'll see. We're able to get that in place, but then we'll certainly be back on Friday morning with you as well, beginning at 7 a.m. Yes, we'll get it set up for 7 o'clock, not 7:15 or 7:20. We'll work out all the little issues there for the broadcast. So have a wonderful Wednesday, everyone, and enjoy, and maybe just bring along that little bit of umbrella. We also thank Johnny for his forecast, again, Darley and Ralph, and my new friends over at the Shade Cave for the live from the barber shop, right? So we thank them as well at 1471 Raritan Road in Clark. So with that said, at 8:28, wow, we're actually going to post there. So have a fantastic day, and we'll see. Hopefully, maybe we'll see what happens tomorrow. And if not, then we'll definitely see you on Friday.